Welcome to another Monday music lesson with Floyd Music School. In this episode, and many to follow, Jen and her student, Liam, have chosen to share with you Liam's journey into learning the piano. This lesson will allow you, as the audience, to join Liam as he progresses starting at the very beginning. I want to give a special thanks to Liam for allowing us to share his progress with all of you.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Liam. You want to say hello?
Hello.
We're excited because we, in the last few weeks, have started book number 2. Woot woot. Fist bump. And we are now working on an exciting thing called playing 2 hands together at the same time. Sounds like a game, doesn't it? It's not really, but it's really exciting and it's really important because that's the whole point of playing the piano.
Yeah.
Is that we're going to play notes in both hands at the same time. We do want to review before you play through your song today. We learned a new Italian word last week. Do you remember how to say it? It's okay if you don't.
Legato?
That's it. Legato.
I was wanting to say legato.
Well, so see that A right there?
Yeah.
Legato. And it's the opposite of staccato, which we haven't learned yet, I don't think. We'll learn that in a few pages from now. So do you remember what legato mean? It means it's a way of playing the notes. So it has the slur, which you learned sometimes can mean notes tied together. If it's the same note on the same line or space, it's a tie and you hold it over. But if it's different notes like these are, it means you're going to play smoothly without putting space between them. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
We also said if you played the flute or the clarinet or the trumpet or you were singing, you wouldn't take a breath till there. So it's almost like our piano playing doesn't have a breath between the notes. So this is legato. The sounds almost touch each other. That's it. Instead of what we've been doing. And there's a place for that too, but right now we're going to learn how to use the muscles in your hand to control it.
Yeah, there you can like tell
You could hear. I
space.
exaggerated a little bit because I want you to hear the difference.
Yeah.
All right, do you remember what hand position we're in for andantino? There's another Italian word for you. Legato, andantino.
C position?
Slightly faster tempo than andante. Yes, C position. Good, Liam. That's right. Good for you. Now, don't worry if it's not exactly legato every single time you play through we call these phrases where the curves, the slurs end and begin. These are phrases, kind of like sentences when we're writing, because this is the technique that you're just learning. And you can't really do it correctly unless you have a piano with weighted keys, because it's the weight and the muscle of your hands that control how the sound touches each other. So you'll be able to do it on here for sure, okay? Time change, right? Love it. Not really, right? It's dark outside. Feels like it's 8 o'clock at night. All right, your body thinks it's later though, right? Because this is the first day of the time change. So let's see how you're doing legato. We'll practice a little bit, okay? You with me? You're going to stay awake?
I'll try.
Okay,
I'll try
good.
my best.
Okay. We might need to order some coffee or something. All right, 1, 2, 3. That was pretty good. Left hand has a turn. So this is hard because it's the same note repeated, then smooth. Right. It's okay. That's the hardest one. Keep it smooth. See how you stopped and put. Let's do it again. There you go. They touched each other. And then right hand again. D for 2, 3. So there's 2 of those Ds. Nice, Liam. Very good. Those were all skips. Good for you. That was a good correction. It's okay. Just do it again. It's a skip 2. So remember, let's look at it for a minute. Here's where we start thinking about the pattern in the music.
Skip.
It is a skip. So it's a step, then a skip,
Yeah,
then a step.
so good.
You got it. Skip it, both of them. Very nice. We'll do it again. I really like how you stopped and corrected it.
Slipped me.
You stopped and corrected it and made it nice and smooth. So you're hearing the difference, aren't you, between legato and non-legato, for lack of a different way of saying it. So sometimes when we have a tricky measure or a tricky couple of measures in the song, especially when we're first learning to put 2 hands together, is you're reading 2 different lines of music and making your hands work at the same time. Sometimes we need to just stop and work on that part. Right? You want to do that? Just
I
this
think I
one
got it.
part. I think you do too. So it starts on G's. 2. Now let's do it again with your smoothness added to it. Very nice, Liam. Let's go through and name the notes. Will you do that with me? And then we'll talk about adding the decorations. We call that, right? The cake decorations. I can remember why I say that. Because you can just play a song and it's great. But then when we add the dynamics to it, it's like we've created an extra special something. We can do that in music as just as well as we can in other things like decorating a cake or drawing a picture. So it's great to know all the notes, but then we want to go back and add in the things that make this song have a story or a special meaning to it. So tell me the notes, Liam. You ready?
C, D, E, C, D, C, C, D, E,
Excellent.
D, E, G,
Do this one again. D,
E,
E.
F.
There you go. It's just a step from E to F. And then left hand.
D,
Good.
E,
Same note,
D,
right? D,
D.
D.
E, F,
Excellent.
E, G, E, C, E, G, E, C.
It's interesting, isn't it? It's the same thing. One hand plays something and the left hand kind of copies it. And to finish up, we have
C, E, G, C, D, E,
do this one again.
C,
C,
E, G, E, C, E, G, F, D, C.
left hand is
G, E, G, F, D, C.
Very good. So the left and the right hand are playing the same notes. The right hand is playing them above middle C, and the left hand's playing them below middle C.
I glance over here and I see like I'm going to be using the pedal.
Ooh, that's going to be fun. That's
Yeah.
something to look forward to for sure. Okay, before we play it again, we've got to remember the notes and the fingerings. We're remembering to play legato smoothly. Now tell me about the dynamics. In the first measure, we're going to start off. Remember the P stands for piano, which means what?
Quietly.
And
And
then
softly.
measure 5, we're going to do
Mezzo forte,
Good.
which is medium loud.
excellent.
And forte, which is loud. And mezzo forte again, medium loud.
Perfect. Let's see. You want to try and play it that way while you're playing?
Sure.
Do soft and medium loud and loud. Really proud of you for how well you're reading the notes, Liam. It's really good.
Well, I did like a bunch of math today, and my brain just like kind of like focus on reading stuff correctly at the moment.
No, that's good. I like math. I think sometimes that it works well.
Because I had like a big math test on fractions today,
Mm.
where you had to like add, subtract, multiply, and divide fractions.
Oof.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a lot.
but
Yeah.
it wasn't
And
too hard.
Math, you have to figure out the patterns in order to make it
Yeah.
work out. Well,
Yeah.
patterns in music too, right?
Yeah.
Steps and skips and okay, count yourself off like you did before. That was really good. Still soft. A little louder. Remember, this is D. That's okay. Got to do 2 Ds there.
And it's loud. So.
It's okay. You want to do it that part again?
Yeah.
Keep the legato. Good. Much better. Together. Three. That was pretty good, Liam. I have a couple questions to ask you. Is there one hand, your right hand or your left hand, that's easier or more difficult to do the legato smooth? Did you notice that? Is one hand better
My
at
right
it?
hand.
Is better at it?
No, my left hand's better.
Thinks your left hand's better at. What about when you got louder and when you got softer? Which one was easier?
My right hand.
What about the dynamic though? If when you were loud, was it easier to play legato or was it easier to play legato when you got soft?
Soft.
I think so too. Do you know why?
Why?
Do you have an idea?
Because maybe most songs like that are softer.
Well, I think it might have to do with how close we are to the keys to try and get it to be soft. So we're being very gentle, and a gentle hand is a little easier to keep it nice and smooth than when we're trying to play it really loud. We tend to try to pounce on the key a little more, and it puts space between the notes. We can play legato, playing forte, playing loudly, but it's just a little bit easier when you're doing it softly to do it. Do you want me to play through it? You want to swap places with me and you point to the notes and you be the teacher and I'll play through it? Okay, let's swap for a minute. Okay, so we've swapped places.
Mhm.
Listen to me and once in a while look down at my hand and see how close to the keys I'm keeping my fingers. and if they're curved, and then be sure that you're listening for the legato, right? This whole thing's going to be legato. And I'm going to count myself off, and you can point for me. You can be the teacher. Help me keep track of where I am in the music, okay?
And something I've realized, like when you're playing, it's good to like have your fingers here, to where they're almost in between it, but not all
Not
the way,
too far.
because it'd be harder if it's like that.
You won't be able to play very
Yeah.
smoothly if you're stuck too close up here.
Yeah.
So I like to be where I can feel the black keys next to my fingers, because then I know where on the piano I am, because I can feel 2 black keys, 3 black keys, right? So when I'm in C position, I know my second finger is going to be on the doghouse, and my 4th finger is going to be in the doghouse here on D. And I don't even really have to look down at my hand, because I can feel where I am.
Yeah.
Did you know blind people play music really well?
Really?
Because they're just thinking about what they're hearing and what they're feeling, and they're really listening and playing without having to think about looking to find where they need to be. Obviously they aren't reading music, but they're listening to themselves play, and they're really in tune to the listening. Get it? In tune to the listening. Okay, you want to count me off?
Yeah.
1, 2,
3.
Nicely done. You want to play it again?
Sure.
Okay, we'll trade you spots. Good pointing, Liam. Did I do okay with my legatos and my dynamics? Okay, cool.
I played 2 out of the beginning.
That's okay. Do you want to start over?
Yeah.
That's all right with me. Nice legato, Liam. Very good. Very nice. Good work. This is still probably the hardest spot right there, just getting 2 hands together at the same time in order to keep the beat going steadily all the way through. I think we slow down just a little bit here. You know, a good way to fix that, slow the whole thing down so that when you get here you don't slow down just for that spot. So sometimes when I'm practicing, I go to the part that's the hardest, that I slow down to fix all the time, and I count off according to how fast or slow I can play that hard spot. So if you can only do it this fast, 2, 3, then the whole song would be C, 2, D, E. You want to try it at that speed? See if you get it. Stick around it today. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Make sure you hold that D for 2 beats. For 2, there you go. 2, nice legato, Liam. D. Very good. That's hard doing legato when you repeat the note, but you did it. Sounded really nice. Soft legato. Smooth. There you go. Together. I'm going to do this. Sometimes this is helpful to me to know this is my little spot I need to come to. And you don't have to practice from the beginning all the way down to there. You can just sit down and practice that until you love how it sounds, and then go back and practice the whole thing. Like a math page, if you have to redo some of the problems, isn't that better to just fix the ones you missed than to redo the whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just fix the one thing that needs fixing, and then go back and play through it. Okay? Good work. Did you make Beethoven smile today? Maybe a little bit on this side. He's kind of maybe tilting his mouth up a little bit. Mozart's smiling at you. He's saying good work, Liam.
Yeah.
All right, we'll work on this some more next week, and you were excited about doing Big Ben, which has holding down the damper pedal.
Do you think you could play that super quickly?
I can after we say goodbye. Let's say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.